This next one I think is when we think about the concept of team building, right? Or becoming cohesive as a team, growing together as a team. Sometimes we think about that like we spend today together and we're all connected and we have this dense experience to be able to connect. And then we go off into our own separate worlds. And this is how most organizations actually treat or use team building. It's like an offsite, and then there's the rest of your work. And I think a much more sustainable way to think about building a team is taking the metaphor of if you want to lose 25 pounds, I would not recommend you go to the gym on Monday for 12 hours and don't eat anything that day. You will hurt yourself, you definitely won't like it, and you probably never go back and it won't work, right? But maybe take a walk every once in a while and sub out a salad for a hamburger every other week. And that might be a little bit more sustainable path, all these small incremental changes over time. So similarly, this next exercise, I call it calendar questions. And the idea is when you have that dense time period together, one of the best ways that you can sustainably build a team over time is to look at what's your cadence of meeting, and can you, while you're all together in that moment, pick the set of questions to just kick off the first 5 minutes of your meeting with some intentional connection before content. And for me, connection before content is not just an icebreaker, it's not a small talk, it's not asking how the weekend was. That's small talk or an icebreaker. Connection before content connects to why you're actually there at that meeting or gathering, or the purpose of your work. And when you do that for 5 minutes every week or every couple weeks, what happens is you start to connect with each other a little bit more incrementally, and you start to you continue to connect with that purpose incrementally over time. And so what I'd love for you to do, and my challenge is do this via voice only without looking at your screen and following down the rabbit hole of distraction, is pick a question off of your table and then pick a date or a meeting that you would love for that question to kind of come back. And see if you can talk to Siri or Google or whoever else is living in your pocket and just say, create a calendar appointment on November 3rd, titled, What Brings You Joy? And hopefully, somewhere in your future, you'll totally have forgotten about this moment, but that question will be living in your calendar, hopefully in the most relevant timing possible. Now, if we really wanted to scale this out, I could have you do this every month. But for now, just for sake of experience, go ahead and just create one calendar appointment titled with the title of one question that you feel like would be really great in that moment. You have 60 seconds only. Ready, set, go. That exercise could also be called cortisol spike. You'll open up your email and see a bunch of red bubbles. The fire's happening outside of this room. Great, hopefully that serves you. You can use reminders. There's all sorts of ways. The idea is if when you're present, you schedule out your connection. Like my wife and I have this joke that every Sunday we're gonna cook a bunch of food. We're gonna put it all in Tupperware neatly in the fridge. We've been joking about this for 11 years, all right? We never do it, it never happens. So the ideal would be, right, you can bulk create this food and then you've got it for the rest of the week. Similarly, but hopefully more successful than my wife and I, when you're together in a room like this and you're putting the intention toward, and I know you're very intentional about your culture and your values and the kind of team that you wanna build and your why, is a really lovely place to schedule that into your calendar. Whereas sometimes we just don't actually think about scheduling our values in a certain way. You might because you're good at it, Debbie.